And guys, it's Major Betts from the Scholarship Leadership Institute. I have a gift for you. I have been trying to decide whether I was going to do holiday webinars or not, and I decided against that. But I want to talk to you today about how to apply for scholarships. That's my gift to you this year as we go into the holiday season. I have a great Black Friday sale. If you haven't seen it, go to the website, majorbetts.com. You can check it out. We have incredible prices. But right now, this is just a free gift because I have a lot of you out there who I'm getting messages from who just don't know how to apply for scholarships. And so whether it's reading through my books or looking online, there's probably about 8 basic things you have to do when it comes to applying for scholarships. And I'm going to give them to you right now. So it's free, right from me to you. But what I need you to do then is to go act on it. If you get this information and don't do anything, then shame on you. And so I'm going to share this information with you. I got my sling off here. I have a torn rotator, but I pulled it off just for you because I wanted to make this video. Now, technically, I didn't want to make the video, but I don't know how to make it show my screen so I can show you the 8 points. I have a new software. So you have to look at my big, ugly, bald head, unshaven as it is. And I want to say happy holidays. Enjoy this gift. Number 1, how to apply for scholarships. First and foremost, what you need to do is don't miss any deadlines. In order to not miss deadlines, you've got to know when the scholarships are coming up. So you should have them listed somewhere where you know when they're coming up so you don't miss those deadlines. That's critical. Too many of you are waiting till the last minute, and then when you wait till the last minute to apply, your scholarships end up being crappy, and you don't win anyway, so you ended up wasting time. So don't do that. Number 2, I need you to start your research early. Too many of you are waiting too late. That's why we help 7th, 8th, and 9th graders right now. That's why we have 7th, 8th, and 9th graders with $60,000, $70,000, $80,000, $90,000 already. The reason is because we start the research early. And as we kept starting research early over the years, we found that there were scholarships they could apply for when they started early. So all of a sudden, getting them started there so that they can get scholarships when they're a senior, we realized they could start getting scholarships in 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th grade. And that's what we did. Number 3, I want you to read the requirements carefully before you proceed. This, again, as I look through the internet, these are some of the main steps that I see. This is a big one, though. And I saw this, I can't remember the website I saw this one on, but I know that I've experienced it. Even when I find scholarships for some of my clients and give it to them, they may or may not be qualified for it if I don't read all the way into the details of what's required. So that's why I put the onus on them. They should also know the requirements. They should make sure they look through it before they waste time writing an essay, before they waste time filling out an application. So make sure you do that. You also need to get organized. I have a list of things that they show here that you need to have handily available for you so that you can, no kidding, use it to either send with a scholarship or use it so you can fill out the scholarships. And they are your high school transcript. You should have that, copies of official and unofficial copies. It's really critical when you're about to go into summer to make sure that you have copies of the official ones so you can send them when they're required. Number 2, and to get organized, is have your standardized test scores. Make sure you have them available so you can submit them with your scholarship. Also be able to piece together 2 or 3 different ones, because if you super score your SAT or ACT score, SAT score, you can actually, no kidding, put the right scores down when you're trying to win their money. Number 3, make sure your FAFSA, your free application for federal student aid, is up to date, is filled out, it's been worked on, you know what your ID number is. Same thing with your CSS. You need to know that information before you do it, as well as your profile too. Another one, have your essays ready. We only had a few essays for my son, but we pieced those suckers together and we made them and turned those things into 6 figures of scholarships. And I bet you he didn't write any more than 7 or 8. But some of you need to write more because the scholarships are now more specific, more detailed. The statements that they're looking for you to write on are more critical. So you need to understand that. Have your letters of recommendation available. Make sure you have some that are specific to the scholarships you're trying to get, especially to the big ones, but you can also use some generic ones. Also, proof of eligibility. You got to make sure you have that kind of stuff. So if you say you're a member of a group, have the sheet that says you're a member of the group. If your parents are a part of an organization, make sure you have something that shows they're part of that organization. That's all in the get organized thing. And so, and lastly, but you might need to prepare for that, interviews. And so you got to be able, there's things we teach in our program all about that. So this holiday season, we're doing a Black Friday sale where we're selling in detail stuff about all these areas. So make sure if you haven't checked it out, go to majorbets.com and check out our Black Friday sale. We have a great deal coming up. I'm not sure if the prices will ever be that low. So check it out. I wish I could show you my screen because it's a great ad for it, but that's okay. You got my big head here, and I'm telling you, go check out majorbets.com. Look at the Black Friday sale. If you can't see it, shoot me an email, but I'll try to make sure that that's available. And if you see this after Black Friday is over, the deals are still good. The opportunity is still there. Keep in mind return on investment. You paid $100 and you made $100,000. Was the $100 worth it? Yes, it was. So you've got to understand, if you believe that I know what I'm talking about, if you believe that the testimonials on my site are real and that the people have had success, then the deal is whether or not you believe enough in you and your child or you and your parent, kids. If you think that you can do the work that I'm going to teach you how to do, whether it's in our online program or in our live program, whether it's in our No Kidding Where You Meet Me programs, or whether you just watch the recordings and then do what it is that I teach you. Avoid the mistakes I tell you about, and then duplicate the successful principles that we talk about. Okay, so let's get back into this thing. All right, that was the first 4. We're going to do the next one. Talks about following instructions. That's so critical. I don't understand why when they say don't exceed 500 words on an essay, you guys write essays with 600 words. That makes no sense. Or you write an essay with 501 words. That makes no sense. If they say stop at 500, you stop at 500. You stop at 499. You don't exceed that. Follow the instructions. I've sat on panels where we had essays, and as soon as they went over the number of words, I put it to the side without even finishing it because it wasn't worth it. Yet you'll see online that there are people who will win those scholarships with 600 words. That means that the other people must have really sucked for them to give a scholarship to somebody who had 600 words when the requirement clearly said don't exceed 500. You've got to avoid those avoidable mistakes, guys. Also, make sure you check your application. This is number 6. Check your applications. Make sure you fill in all the blanks. Don't leave anything empty. If you're not sure how to fill something out, you can pick up the phone and call the folk. Ask the people who are over the scholarship. They'll tell you the answers. And also make sure that your answers are readable and that it makes sense. That's why I always have people check it. We have a staff of people who check essays, who review essays, who help restructure essays to make them better. We have a great new essay program that'll blow your mind. Even if you don't want my coaching program, the essay program is amazing. We'll be talking more about that in the near future. Proofread your packages. Make sure you do the spell check. Make sure that you don't have any errors. And then sign and date your application. That's important. The 7th thing that I've seen is keep copies of everything, because a lot of times when we follow up, and that's coming up next, but we'll keep copies because they lose your stuff. And so if you don't have copies of it or they misplace it and say, hey, this is a good package, but we're missing such and such, you have it readily available to resubmit to them. So make sure you do that. And then I led into the last one already, track your packages. I had a girl this year who would have definitely gotten $100,000+, and she missed it because her package never made it to where it was supposed to go. So I always tell her, follow up. Either put it in certified mail or request a return receipt. I've included postcards in there already with the stamp on them. All they have to do is just fill it out and say, we got it. Those type things are important. So those were 8 different things that you all need to be doing. That's all out on the internet. This stuff is available. You can find it, but don't miss your deadlines. That's so important. Start your research early. Make sure that you're doing what it takes, but don't wait till the last minute. Read the requirements, read the eligibility, make sure that you are eligible for the scholarships you're looking for. Also get organized. We went through a bunch of things there that you need to do. Follow the instructions. Don't be silly or crazy. Just do what they say. And when in doubt, you can call them and ask them. Check your application, make sure that it's spot on, make sure you're not making any stupid mistakes. Keep copies of everything. And then lastly, track those scholarships. Follow up with them. Make sure that they get to where they're supposed to go, so that when you get that no, it's because your package wasn't strong enough, not because you never got it in or because you had things missing. So those were 8 tips that we want to help you learn how to apply for scholarships. I hope it's helpful, and I hope that I get a chance to work with your kid, whether it's in the boot camp, which is a few hours, but it's some great content that you can look at over and over and make sure that you take care of making sure your kids at least know what to do. The Academy is a small class, Scholarship Academy. That's where we're No Kidding. We'll work with your kids in a classroom setting just like this, where I tell them what to do. teach them how to do it, and then they come on, give me a Q&A, answer questions, tell me what they're having problems with, and then next month we do it again, and we do it again, and it's 12 months of that. That's one of the best programs we have, and that's good for your 9th graders and up. And if you've got a really aggressive 8th grader, 7th grader, they can do that one too. But 7th and 8th graders can get away with just the boot camp. But the Scholarship Academy is for something from those strong 8th graders and 9th graders and up. If you're a college kid and you can't afford the one-on-one program, get into this academy. And then lastly, we have the one-on-one, not lastly, but the ones that we're pushing and trying to make you guys understand now. The one-on-one program where we no kidding work with your kid. We tell the parents, get out of the way. We find scholarships for them. We motivate them. We talk to them every couple of weeks. That's the program I like for those who are 6- and 7-figure potential kids. All right. And for the Black Friday, we created one without the essay program included, so that if you couldn't afford a full-fledged one-on-one program, you could do the non-essay version. It's still really good because you get me helping them. And once you get into one of the one-on-one programs, you get all the other programs included. And the non-essay program, of course, you wouldn't get the essay stuff, but you could even buy an add-on that we have for essays as well. And I'll be talking about that program later. So that's it. That's Major Nippy Betts from the Scholarship Leadership Institute. I thank you for being patient, listening. I hope it was helpful. Anyway, take care. God bless. Use the information and then share it with other people, okay? Take care and God bless. Bye-bye.